Good day. My name is Samkelo Blom. I'm the founder and Chief Executive Officer of Nomatu Consulting. I'd like to take some time and share with you the work we do on diversity, inclusion, and belonging. It's now 3 years since we've been established as a company in trying to help organizations with diversity, inclusion, and belonging. We've learned some lessons, but also we've now got a model and a recipe of what works best. Before we talk about what works best, let's talk about what does not work. When we run or when companies request a workshop on diversity, inclusion, awareness, that does not work. Yes, employees will sit in those sessions either online or in person, COVID rules, protocols being observed, but all they will ever get is awareness. Employees will know, leaders and managers will know what is diversity. They will know what is inclusion. Challenges will come up, but it will exactly end there. They will leave knowing with no practical tools and steps to implement, to drive, or influence diversity, inclusion, and belonging. Let me make this more practical for you. The men and women who work in finance, be they credit supervisor, be they finance manager, the men and women who work in IT, be IT technicians, SQL administrator, or systems administrator, the people who work in marketing, brand assistant or brand manager, our friends in HR, talent manager, HR manager, they will be aware of diversity and inclusion. They will know the right kind of themes to mention. They will share rich experiences in the awareness training. Our question we must ask ourselves, when they are back in finance, when they are doing monthly year end, when they are dealing with a issue in the system or the IT, when they have a challenge with a marketing campaign, how does diversity, inclusion, and belonging apply to that? That is why I said the awareness sensitivity training does not work. People are looking for practical, applicable tools and resources and systems that will help them drive, influence diversity and inclusion. And the training, whether it's an hour or 2 hours, it's also not going to work as well. Not explaining, not being clear as to why we want to embark on a diversity, inclusion, and belonging journey also does not work. Because leaders and managers sit in these sessions, all they say is, I don't know why we're here, or they think it's just another phase in the organization. Here is what works. Why do we want as a company to do diversity, inclusion, and belonging intervention? How does doing this work link to our company HR or people agenda? What are the results or the metrics that we want to see? Where are the pain points at this moment? Where is our company or where is our team feeling a pain around diversity, inclusion, and belonging? Someone once said, when you don't know, the answer is always no. So if I ask you, is there racism in your company or in your team? Is there discrimination? Is there gender inequality? When you don't know those, when you are blind to those, the answer will be no. That's why what works for us before we come up with a solution is the company being clear about what they want. Also spending a lot of time on the needs analysis, what Africans calls behoefte bepaling, trying to identify those pains, those challenges. How are they hitting us in finance, in production? How does lack of diversity, inclusion, and belonging affect us when we do performance management, when we do performance review, when we give feedback? How does the absence of D&I affect us on talent management? How does the absence of D&I impact on how we lead and manage in this organization? That is what works. And having a plan and having a journey is what works. Diversity, inclusion, and belonging is not a destination. It is a journey, it is a process. When we partner with you on that journey, we unpack issues around culture, around leadership, around communication. We also identify issues around orientation, around induction, how the absence of diversity, inclusion, and belonging in your orientation onboarding process has a direct impact on a new employee feeling that he or she belongs, or he or she wanting to resign in the first month or the first 5 days of working in your organization. At Nomatu Consulting, we committed in creating better employee experiences. We'd like to partner with you. In that partnering, we're not going to lie, it's going to take longer. We have to ask you the uncomfortable questions. We also want to understand what is the leadership intent. Are the leaders, the managers committed to this? In our one-on-one engagements with you, in our discussions with you, we will see the leadership intent. Here's the thing, when there is no leadership intent, the employees will just think we're just doing it for the sake of doing it. We committed to help you to have a company, to have a team that is diverse, inclusive, and has a sense of belonging for the employees. How much money, how much production, how much conflict, how much unsaid stuff, how much misunderstanding exists in your company now because there's no proper platform, no proper foundation for diversity, inclusion, and belonging. If you know the answer, we'll be gladly to hear it from you, and we're gladly to partner and help you and understand where you are, identify the gap, what Africans call the gap, and help you to identify also to have the metrics and the outcomes once you've entered this journey. Nomatu Consulting, we get you that you want black talent. You want a company where women, where young people work and they feel like they belong. The forms of resignation, what people complete and not complete in their resignation forms or exit interviews, tells you a lot what's missing in your diversity and inclusion belonging strategy. Thank you.